Welcome to Darren Daily On Demand, your most trusted resource to help you become better every day. Here's your success mentor, Darren Hardy.
Hey, I think I need to remind the world of something. Leaders are human beings too. They have a heart, they have feelings, and they need love just like everybody else. There is a ton of advice and articles and podcasts and training programs on how to be a better leader. Hell, I've given you a lot of that advice right here on Darren Daily and do podcasts and developed a training program on it on how to be a better leader. But there's almost nothing on having empathy for your leaders. Over my 30 plus years in business, I cannot remember a more difficult and stressful environment to be a leader in than right now. Pandemics, shutdowns, technology transformations, the great resignation, broken supply chain problems, all against a backdrop of their team dealing with mental health, political polarization, the cancel culture, diversity, inclusion, social justice, etc. All those leading teams are at an age where they are also responsible for both children at home and or aging parents. However, the strain that these massive changes placed on leaders are often invisible, ignored, and not even considered by the people that they lead. This is why being a leader can be a very lonely and isolating job. Hey, look, I know it's easy to see why leaders' personal struggles get overlooked. When we face difficult situations or setbacks, it's human nature to think of our own point of view, our own problems, and our own needs first, and then point to everybody else about how they need to fix our problem. We tend to focus on how everything affects us, rather than thinking about others, particularly the people responsible for taking care of us. But you see, leaders cannot think that way. We have to think about others. It's our very job and responsibility. If you want to charm your leader, develop a little empathy for them. Show some understanding and some compassion for a second. Instead of asking, what are they doing for me? Ask yourself, what can I do for them? Instead of only concerning yourself with, how am I feeling? What do I need? Am I happy? What would make me happier? Maybe ask, how are they feeling? What do they need? Are they happy? How can I help them be happier? This is what's called taking a walk in their moccasins for a second. Figure out how to help them. They already are holding the weight of the world on their shoulders. Help lighten their load a little bit and you will charm them forever. Everybody around them only adds to their load. Teammates, vendors, clients, partners, bankers, kids, parents, peers, spouses. Be the one person to lighten it, and you'll get them wrapped around your little finger. Unfortunately, it doesn't take much, because most don't care or even try much. Just be genuine. Actually care. Again, if even only for a second. Think of this. When was the last time you genuinely asked your leader, how are you doing? How are you feeling about things? How can I help you? If you are too close to your own trees to know how little you actually consider your leader, let me ask you, when was the last time your kids genuinely asked you, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And how can I help you? Right. Exactly. Now, why do this? Why care? Why put in that extra effort? Well, let me be blunt and appeal to your self-interest here. Who decides when or if you get promoted? Who advocates or decides if you get a raise or not? If the company struggles, who decides who stays and who's let go? The most selfish thing that you could do is to charm your leader. You do that by lightening their load and taking a genuine interest, actually giving a shiitake about them, seeing them as a struggling human as well, if only for a second, and maybe, just maybe, figuring out how to help them. Wouldn't you just love your kids to do that for you? Well, do as you wish to have done for you. And by the way, we all have bosses. Your boss might be your manager or leader, but even they have a boss, even if it is the client or the customer or the shareholders or a partner, a spouse, a mentor, or advisor. All those laying awake at night thinking about how they can help you. Ask yourself, How can you stop for a second and consider how the last little bit has affected maybe them? How can you see them as a human that they are and what they must be thinking and feeling because of all this that's happened? And then figure out ways that you can help lighten their load. Hey, Darren here again quickly. I am so thrilled that you are enjoying the production of Darren Daily On Demand. I don't want you to lose sight of how important it is that you stay consistent or get yourself subscribed, if you aren't, to the every morning discipline of the actual Darren Daily. The transformational magic is in the process, not just the information or the big idea. It is in the ritual and routine to how you kickstart your day. It's calibrating your mind to focus on that one idea and apply it to that very day. Knowledge does not change your life. Behavior does. The action you take on that idea, one idea, each day compounded over time, is what creates the transformational results. Go to darrendaily.com if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you there bright and early tomorrow morning.